Hey everybody, it's Ozone. Welcome back to another episode from my little sky island here, playing SkyVaults. It's Halloween, and so you know what that means? It means we've got a really good chance of getting Gloom themes, and so that's what I'm after right off the bat in this episode. I want to get to those transmogs. Did you know that there are special transmogs that you can get from running Gloom-themed vaults? Well, now you do. Yeah, there's spoilers. Go check it out on the official Vault Hunters wiki. Now, in between episodes, I have done some vaulting and I've gained a little bit of levels, but it's getting harder and harder to make big progression in between episodes. What I have done, though, is I've regretted Earthquake and the landmine specialization. I never used it. Just never used it. I did go ahead and go into the warp specialization, though, because I think I will like that. And I went fully into Stone Skin. That definitely fits my kit, as well as some points into Blazing. Basically, at this point, I don't know where to put my points into. I'm thinking about some Mastery next, but they're only marginally useful, in my opinion. And lastly, I went fully into Fortuitous Finesse with my 2 expertise that I had gained, and that's because legendary modifiers are the only way that we're going to get faceted focuses from here on out. And while I haven't really used them, I think as we get into the end game, they're going to be more and more important. But that's a quick update of the vaulting, so let's jump into the vault and we get a Gloom theme. Yay, another Gloom and another Brazier. Very easy. Not the best experience, but that's okay. Because like I said, what I'm primarily after are the transmogs. Just for the heck of it, why not? So let's get going. Oh, that's a rough one. These Guardians are rough indeed. Ow! Although I'm doing better for them. I think that's the trick. Spawn in only just a few at a time. Wow. I'm doing a lot better with these Guardians than I expected. I'm not real sure why either. Ooh, Echo! Nice. And I need the Black Opal for a bounty. Very nice. Okay, let's try the old arrow. Whoop. All right. It doesn't go quite that high, but it goes high enough, and I think that's good. Well, we've got a lot of braziers to find still. That room went better than I expected, honestly. And I am not using my necklace with the +2 arcane on it. This is just my normal arcane. So I think we're doing pretty good. Now, I think what's really helping me out here is I've gotten some new boots with higher ability power and an increased ability power percentage on them as well. Plus 12% on top of the already total amount that I have, I think is going to add up quite a bit. So I think that's why I'm breezing through some of these things. Nicely done. Moving on. Oh, there's another brazier right there on this level. Always like it when that happens. Fuller chests? Yes, will do. And there's a couple schools of thoughts for these braziers. One is you try to run around and... Ooh, I don't like more traps, but I want more experience. Anyway, one is you run around and try to collect all the braziers, get those bonuses in effect, and then go back and loot. But sometimes they make things harder, and the more traps certainly will. The other school of thought is that you just do them last. Do a normal vault, and just do them last. I kind of go back and forth, honestly. Sometimes one way, sometimes another. Okay, companion egg somewhere. Let's go find it. It's going to take me all the way back to the beginning, isn't it? Hey, here it is. Doesn't seem like it's up here. Guess the egg must be down below? There it is. Wow, I would have not found that if I didn't know I needed to look in this room. This vignette change is definitely a good change. Done! Ooh, coin explosion. That's a fun one that I've not had a chance to try. It's really hard to see, but as I'm killing mobs, they drop coins. Not that I need the coins, but it's very fun. Alright, boom! Oh, I missed. That's not so good. Let me see if I can get up there. I've never really been good at jumping up here, so in this case, the warp is good. You know, obviously I take some hits, but I did just fine as long as they're hordes anyway. Oh yeah, all things considered, I'm feeling really good. I don't know that I want to try a village room, unfortunately, but um, part of it is I've got a bunch of mana regen here. I got extra mana regen here, mana regen here, oh wow, they've all got mana regen. So my mana regen is pretty big. 450% mana regen? Wow, I never expected I'd collected that much mana regen. But the point is, my arcane just doesn't run out. Where did they come from? Up there? Oh, I missed. That's going to take some getting used to, apparently. And so another area where this arcane comes in really handy is bingos, where I've got to loot things flawlessly or I've got to kill mobs flawlessly. I can do a very good job of keeping the mobs away from me and not take damage with this arcane. I know I'm harping on it a lot, maybe too much, but I really like the way this kit works, and I feel like it's probably just a matter of time before Iskall nerfs it. It doesn't work as well anymore. So I'm enjoying it while I can. Well, unfortunately, no transmogs, but overall, a good vault. Not an amazing vault, but a good, bog standard vault. And I'll take those any day of the week. And since it's Halloween, I guess that's going to be the name of the game, because once Halloween's over, I don't think these Gloom things are going to be very easy to get at all. So we'll go ahead into another vault, and I'll let you know when I'm done whether I managed to get any of those transmogs. Well, it's a couple days later. Guess how much luck I had with those transmogs? None. None at all. There was one that I was supposed to get. Collecting a companion while in a Gloom theme is supposed to unlock a companion something or other variant. Yeah, variant. But I never got a notification, and I don't even have the right kind of companion for it. Apparently, it only works on one specific variety of companion. But given all the problems with companion eggs and the Vault Compass, I think it's not unreasonable to expect that this is also bugged. It's not that big a deal. Now, I had misread some of the requirements of things that you had to do in the vaults. And yeah, I just wasn't successful enough in the vaults to get those transmogs. But oh well, that's not the end of the world. But looking at all of the completion crates here, I have been very busy indeed, pushing now into level 80 territory. And yep, things are going to get even harder. But let's see if we get any artifacts out of all of these completion crates. They say that bingos have the best chance for an artifact. Let's try that one first. Nope. Good stuff, of course. Always good stuff, but no artifact. Well, oh, there's one more hidden back in there. And no. All right, well, let's just open the rest of them, see what we get. I see 2 artifacts in there. Very nice, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. Ooh, there was even a pouch. So I've got a large deck. Is that the one that I gotten before? No, that's different. Not terribly large, but larger than a starter for sure. Oh, I got a gloomy augment, so I can go back maybe and try for those transmogs if I want to in the future. Ah, 2 artifacts. Let's go. Well, I just got my first dupe with this nether theme, and this one is not a dupe. Nice. 8 out of 25. And as far as dupes, you can do things with them. It's kind of convoluted. It takes 4 duped artifacts in order to make a new artifact that you can try to re-roll. So we'll just stick this one in a container somewhere, hold on to it, and see if we ever need to use it as we get close to 100. But we got another one of these gigantic soul vortexes. Throw that on in the harvester and let it work. Also a bunch of normal stuff, capstones and things like that, and a whole bunch of cards to go through at some point. I think I'm starting to get enough cards that I can actually start using the juicer back here and start upgrading the cards in my pouch. I haven't done that at all yet. And of course, by increasing the cards in my deck, they become more powerful and help me out even more. So it is worthwhile to do it, but I just haven't felt like I've had enough cards at my disposal to feel like I can actually juice any of them. But again, I'll be going through those off camera like I do with gems and gear. Now, also in between episodes, I upgraded the Modular Routers pouch unloading station that I've got here. I originally set them up so they unload only one kind of thing to one kind of place. So this one would only unload into the drawer back here. And I had this one, which would only unload into the soul harvester. But the stuff in my pouches aren't really organized that way. So I updated the modular router with a whole bunch of senders to send to all the different places that I keep items. You only need one puller to pull it out of the pouch, but each of these goes into a different place and has its own whitelist of items that it will take with it. And so coming back from a vault with my pouch full of stuff that goes in various places, we pop it here and you can see there's different lines going different places as it unloads all of the items. It's kind of like a little laser light show that goes on in the background, and I like it. It definitely simplifies things. Now I do have two more that go to different places. So for instance, my pouch with gems goes right here in the unload everything item slot. But once that's done, it's still full of a bunch of vault cobblestone that I just don't have any desire in keeping anymore. So we pick up the pouch and that goes over here to the trash can to just get rid of all that vault cobblestone. And now it's all gone. And the last spot here is for going to the vault recycler. You see, after I've had a chance to identify all the vault gear, look at it and go, we got one Omega, it's a focus. I don't really care about that. I don't really care about anything else right now. We can just pop it on here and everything in there goes to the vault recycler. That is a lot easier than trying to manually move everything over. And that's how it goes with vault gear. I had 2 blacksmith rooms in a row, and out of the nearly 2 backpacks of gear that I collected out of those 2 Omega rooms, I think I kept 2 pieces because they were living. I'm probably not going to use them, but I kept them anyway. And that's the reason, right? I've got living pieces of gear for my chest and my legs, and I really only ever have to replace my helm and my boots whenever we pop to a different tier, and I can start getting some better stats. So 99% of the gear that I collect anymore is going straight to the recycler. But I am happier with this setup than the previous one. Particularly, I'm happy with the unload everything slot here that takes everything and puts it into its proper place. And lastly, I have gotten very, very lucky on the trinket front here. That is 8 new trinkets to identify. Will I finally get my treasure goggles? Well, we'll find out in the next episode of Identification Station. Now, here we go. Let's go. Find out treasure. I don't see him in there. All right, we got, the spell book. Increases your ability power by 50%. That is super, super good for me. Another burger for extra experience. Definitely a keeper. Oh, Stone of Jordan. +1 to all abilities. Wow, that looks nice indeed. A sticky. Jump toward walls to latch on them, letting you climb them. Yeah, no, not really. +1 regeneration, not so helpful. Gluttony pendant, nope, don't care. And Idona's pendant, I mean, it's nice, but at the same time, I don't really care about soul shards all that much. And you, sir, have terrible timing. Yeah, and you, yeah, you don't have anything. All right, next time around, buddy. 5 new identified trinkets, though, is very nice, but still, no treasure goggles. I'm just having terrible luck with that trinket. It's the one that I want more than anything, and I can't find it. I know it's kind of silly of me to try to keep one of every trinket, especially when I know I'm never going to use it. Like the portable cat. I really don't believe that I'll ever use that. But I still want one. I mean, I know I can make one now that I've discovered it, but until I actually run out of trinkets that I can wear and run out of trinket scrap, I like the idea of having a collection and trying to complete it. So with that in mind, let's see what I need. I need the crystal ball, I need the frog, the treasure goggles, Windar's hourglass, cufflinks, the healing salve, and that's it. So we're talking 6 more trinkets to discover, and I will have discovered every one. But some of these new ones, like the Stone of Jordan and the Spellbook, are definitely good. I think if I had my choice of trinkets to just have with me all the time, I think I would take the Spellbook and I would take the treasure goggles. And so now I got at least one of the 2 that I want to have with me. Now we just got to find a few more and keep on going. I did find 1 more pendant, so maybe we'll get something important with that. +2 of Fireball. Yeah, nope, it's not something that I'm into, but I'm just going to keep them all. And as far as I know, there's no way that we can modify these pendants. It's kind of like God Charms. You can't put them into the Artisan Station, you can't re-roll them or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I don't even think you can scrap them. I don't think there's anything that you can get from them. So I think it's really just keeping them for posterity's sake. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Somebody can maybe leave a comment and tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the way it works. Now, in the last episode, I asked for comments from people regarding two things, and you came through with one of them, but the other, this arcane forge for a prefix and suffix, I didn't get any suggestions for things. So I guess I do have to pick it out myself. Now, I've had a chance to look at these, and I think a simple prefix like Sir or Lord would be the proper thing to do. So I think Sir is going to be a prefix. And then out of the suffixes, I thought about noob, I thought about the terrible, but I think I like the wise. So Sir Ozone the Wise. Now with these titles, I think we just right-click them. Yes, and right-click. And so now we can see Sir Ozone the Wise. And that's about the only place that you can see it in a single-player world, as far as I'm aware. In a multiplayer, it shows in your name tag, but you don't see your own name tag, so that doesn't really do anything for me here in a single-player world. Still, it's fun. Sir Ozone the Wise. And the second thing I asked is, where do we get wither skeleton skulls within a SkyVaults experience? Because you can't find them inside the raw vaults. And I did get a comment from Soup Mage explaining that, yeah, the nether fortresses do spawn in the nether dimension. It's just there's no other land masses that spawn around it, just the structures, the fortress and the bastions both. And also warned that the spawn rates are pretty crazy because there is nothing else anywhere else to spawn. Also, flying in a void with nothing around is very unnerving. So I guess that's what I'm going to have to do if I ever want to run any of those challenge crystals. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. As a matter of fact, I think I might try my luck again with mystery eggs. All right, nearly 60 mystery eggs. Let's go. And a whole lot of nothing I care about. And this is exactly why I say Cagerium is the inferior mod to go for, and why iSpawner is the superior mod to go for in terms of the mod unlocks. Because you need to be using your mystery eggs in order to build your collection of spawn eggs, right? But you can't do that if you're using a mystery egg to make a new key over and over and over again to swap out your spawn eggs. It just doesn't work out well. So, oh well, I'll just keep trying. And 30 more. Oh, yes! Wither skeleton, and 2 of them. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, it looks like I don't have to go find another fortress after all. So I guess we gotta celebrate by doing this. Bye, guys. Oh my gosh, that's loud. And this should be able to give me wither skeleton skulls. But obviously, it's also... oh, there we go! Yeah, just a really low chance. I believe it doesn't apply looting, even though I have looting on my sword, because it is separated. But it does work, and I am getting the wither skeleton skulls. Yay! See, iSpawners comes through in the end. And I do believe that the altar will eventually ask for wither skeleton skulls. So this is a double win. Now I'm prepared for that, should it ever happen. Maybe it doesn't. But I think they are on the list. Well, Submage, thank you so much for answering the question. Now other people will know the answer as well if they don't happen to have good luck with the spawn eggs, like I hadn't for such a long time. Well, now it's time to make a change that I've been meaning to for a long time with these companions. You see, I've been missing out on bonuses with relics. Now, what I'm talking about is like my creeper here. When we look at it, it has these 2 relics, one of which is bonus ornates. And I really enjoy running across those bonus ornates as I'm running around the vault. I've been able to accumulate quite a few of these relics. but I haven't been putting them onto the companions as I've leveled them up. And the big reason for this is because I want to do it on camera. And so I've literally been missing out on these bonuses because I haven't been able to do it on camera, or I just forget to do it, and then I have to wait for the next episode. But I kind of screwed up. I'm sitting here blabbering away and thinking I'm recording, and nope, I wasn't recording at all. So all of the clips that I had made showing me putting these things on the companions just not there. So the creeper, even though it is the highest level of all of my companions, still can't do a third relic slot. And I've got 700,000 more experience to go before it'll get to level 8, where this relic slot is unlocked. You know, that's 3 full levels if I only take the creeper into the vault. So getting a companion with 2 slots unlocked is the most realistic level that I'm going to be able to get, at least at this point. So we've got Zazzles here with Door Hunter, 2 slots unlocked, and what I put on here are my 2 best relics, giving me the 2 attributes of Extended Bonus Gilded and Bonus Gilded Plentiful on these guys. 4 attributes and only 2 challenge stacks. Very, very nice. So now I've got a companion for Ornates, and I've got a companion for Bonus Gildeds. And I think that's going to be amazing because Gildeds, of course, are where trinkets come from. And you know what? I love my trinkies. And the only other companion I have with 2 relic slots is Big Sexy here, which I added living ones to. Now this one doesn't come with a challenge stack, so I am getting a bit of a bonus here, but they're not bonus living. So it's not as good as the others because having free chests just sitting around somewhere is better in my opinion. But I do like the idea of having a companion for each type of chest that I'm interested in. I probably need to make one for plentifuls because I always love my ores, but the rest of these coins and woodens are less interesting. I don't know. I feel like I've got enough money. I don't really need any more money. And I feel like I've got way more than enough of the items that come from wooden chests because they're the most plentiful and the ones I get the most of, honestly. But at least now I'm ready for running into Vault in between clips or in between episodes, and I'm not missing out on those extra bonuses with the companions. Well, now that that's all done, I think it's time to run a Vault. I gotta test out the new companion, right? Alright, let's find some bonus gildeds. Maybe we'll even find a trinket. Okay, look at this. We got 4 bonus gildeds right here in the middle of the room. I'm loving it. Even more bonus gilded. Definitely. Yes. This is the best, honestly. I love this modifier. And another gilded chest, and another gilded chest. Alright, nice vault. I don't really feel the need to push this one to the limits. Let's go. 82,000, very nice. With 42 gilded, I think that's more than I would normally get for sure. And so once again, yes, I am happy with my choices there. What's your philosophy though when it comes to the champion relics? Do you like to have them specialized like I have them? Or do you like to just mix them up a little bit? And how much of a factor does the temporal modifier weigh on the decision for which relics to put into it? Well, anyway, I'd love to hear what people have to say. Leave a comment down below, if you would, please. Now, in that last vault, I got another artifact. I wasn't recording it. And from a previous vault, another unique, as well as a couple nice trinkets. So I say, well, let's get those all identified up. The unique, once again, came from a village dungeon. I don't normally do that, but I was feeling a little froggy, if you will. So I'm glad I did. But let's see what kind of unique we get from that dungeon. All right, we only got the healing salve and another slimy. And the sword is the honey stick. I don't know what it is about this. This one is also living, which is nice, but I don't know what it is about this that makes it best in class. What kind of special thing does it have? Guess we just need to check out the unique codex. Okay, this says, keeps the mobs away from you at ease with something. I cannot read that. Shocking them with most strikes. And 37% shocking hit chance. Definitely not a good roll on any of this stuff, but I guess it's worth keeping anyway, just because it is unique. Speaking of unique, well, artifact. Yeah, it's a bit of a reach, I'm sorry. But anyway, artifact time. I think this goes right there. Nice. Another one to add to the board. And well, with all that done, I think it's time to close up this episode a little bit early. I've just kind of run out of time this week, and I've been really trying to run a lot of vaults. It's getting to the point for me personally where I'm getting a little bored running the vaults. At this stage, it's very grindy, and the vaults have gotten pretty repetitive, especially because there's nothing new being added. So I guess that's my last question and request for comments in this episode. How do you stay focused while you're running vaults at this stage? It's just vault after vault after vault after vault. Now, I think a lot of people will say inscriptions and catalysts and try to make the vaults more exciting and get more loot that way. And that's a really good suggestion. But is there something else? So, doing something a little bit extra in order to help the motivation and stay focused is probably a good idea. And that's where you all come in, because you got some great ideas, I'm sure. But for now, I'm just going to keep on running vaults as much as I can because I just hit level 80. And that's a new tier for the ability power on gear, so I gotta go get new helmet and boots once again. And just around the corner is another new tier for vault gear, so I'll have to make a new chest breaker and hammer probably once again as well. But that's definitely a next episode thing. But for now, I appreciate everybody that's followed me on this journey, and especially for those people that have left comments. I really enjoy getting the comments, and even with 1,000 subs, we just don't get that many comments, and it's really nice to be able to hear from people and connect with the community. So thank you in advance to everybody that does leave a comment. It just feels good to see the feedback, honestly. Well, with that all said, we'll catch you in the next episode, and until then, remember, be excellent to each other. I'm out.